Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing well. So guys, in today's video we'll see how we can create a virtual machine on Azure Cloud using modular approach in Terraform. So in my previous video, I have explained how to create a service principal and how to create a basic code for the virtual machine. So those who are new, you can refer firstly to my previous video so that this video should be easily understood by you because I'm going to use the same code in this video. So let's start our today's video. So guys, this is our Visual Studio Code, how to install it, how to get everything get set up according to Terraform module. So that I have explained in my previous video. So those who are new, just refer to those video and everything I have done step by step. So in order to get that installed, in order to set your environment variable, everything I have explained in detail in step by step process in my previous videos. So just refer to those videos. So in today's video, we are going to create modular approach in order to create a virtual machine. So this is basically a folder that name as Terraform VM module folder. So any folder you can create on your desktop or anywhere, and inside that we can create modular approach. So how we'll do it? So firstly, we need to create a folder here. So that folder will get name as module VM. Okay, and inside this folder we need to create at least three files. So first file will be your main.tf, second file will be your variables.tf, and the third file will be output.tf. Okay, so in this way we have created three files here, that is main.tf, outputs.tf and variables.tf. So this is basically the module, that is a reusable code that we can use anywhere once we create it. So here in main.tf we'll use the same code that we have created earlier in my previous video. So I'm just copying this and pasting it here. So our main.tf file is created. Now what we are going to do here, we are just going to variabilize the name of every resource here. So just like firstly we need to create variables related to the thing. So I'm placing as of now every name as blank. So resource group name as blank, and then vnet name as blank, subnet name as blank, and then public IP name as blank, and rest I think we don't need to make NIC and everything variable. Last, I want to make variable of name of the virtual machine. So in this way we can create variabilized approach. So anything we can variabilize. In case of virtual network, you can variabilize location, you can variabilize address space. Similarly for other resources also, you can variabilize anything that you want. But in today's example, I'm going to variabilize names of these resources, and that will use and or will pass it using a terraform.tf vars file. So now I'm going to in the variables.tf, and in this variables.tf I'm going to create the variables. So first variable is resource group name. Okay, and here it is of type, let's say it's a string type variable. So similarly we can copy this variable here and we can paste it. 2 3 4. So one is resource group name, second we want virtual network name. So we can make it like this, virtual network name, and similarly subnetwork name. So it's subnet underscore name, and then the fourth one we can make it as public IP name. So public IP name. Okay, and the last variable that we have created is VM name. So we can copy this block and we can paste it here. So here we can make it as VM name. VM name or virtual machine name, anything you can write here. So this local name you can take anything. So in this way we can create our variables.tf file and we can save it now. And if we'll go to main.tf, so here we need to pass the variable. So it's var dot resource group name. Similarly here we need to give var dot virtual network name. Similarly for subnet we need to give var dot subnet name, and in case of public IP var dot public IP name, and in case of VM we need to write here var dot virtual machine name. So in this way we can make variabilize approach. Okay, so var dot subnet name, var dot resource group name, everything we have done here. Now if we'll go to our variables.tf file, so it's a resource group name, virtual network name, subnet name, public IP name, virtual machine name. Similarly, we can make all these changes here. So I think we are good. Virtual network name, public IP name, and virtual machine name. So we are good with it. And in case of output, if we want to take any output, so we can use output structure, and name we can give just like IP, or in IP we can give as a public underscore IP, and what will be its value? So its value will be just like the resource we need to use. So we'll go to virtual machine first. So it will be just like Azure Linux virtual machine dot virtual machine dot the local name, which is my Terraform VM dot public IP, and we can get it saved. So we are good with this structure. And then what we need to do, we'll go and close this particular folder. So looks like these files are outside, so we need to create these file inside. So as we can say, inside module.vm we are only seeing one file. So what we'll do, we'll copy this file, or what we can do, we can create two files inside this folder. So one is variables.tf, because by mistake it got created outside. So firstly we need to create inside and then we need to create outside. So what we'll do, we have created one file inside it, we'll create one more file, that is outputs.tf. okay, so now these files are inside it. We can copy output content from here, we can copy it and we can place it here. Okay, we are good. And then in case of variables we can copy this and then we can put inside variable. That's why we were seeing that red marks here. Now those red warnings has been gone. So now we can get it save, and here in case of output it is also save, and we can remove the outside file because these were wrongly created, and this one also. So guys, this is our module that got ready, which is reusable, and we can use this particular folder anywhere we want to use this VM code, and we can variabilize the thing, whatever things we want to get variabilized, we want to get modified accordingly to any of the use case, just like if we are creating for dev, for QA, for production. So we can use similar folder for all these three, and we can make environment as a variable, and we can variabilize that according to the environment variable. So one more thing, let me verify it again whether it is picking up or not. It's Azure Linux virtual machine dot my terraform dot public IP address. So we are good now. Now this module has been created. We need to create now files again outside to this module. So we don't want to create inside this module, but rather we want to create outside. So we want to create a file. We don't want to create it inside. We want to create a file which is main.tf, or sometimes we have some different folder structure. We don't directly place files here, rather we use one more folder here. So let's create that folder so that we can create as a templates folder, and inside this folder, oh sorry, this is a file, so let me delete this file. Let's create this folder and now create one more folder that is outside this folder, which is templates, or any name you can take it here. And inside this folder, now we'll again create files. So one file will be main.tf, and another file will be variables.tf. The third file will be outputs.tf, and two more files we'll create here which we don't create inside module. So that file is provider.tf in order to make connection to Azure Cloud, and one more file that is terraform.tf vars. Okay, now in case of main.tf or in case of output.tf, things will be entirely different to that of module. So firstly, what we need to create, variables file will be as it is. So we'll copy these variables and we'll place in the outside variable file that is inside the template folder. So we are good with variables folder. In case of main.tf, now we need to call this module. So we'll use module and any name we can give here. So we can give just like VM, or any name we can give here, and here we need to pass the source path. So the source will be the path of the module, so that is one directory back. So we can call it as dot slash, it's the module VM. Okay, now all the variables that we have declared in the variable section, so we need to assign those variable, or we need to change the value of that variable here. So first variable was resource group name, so its value will be var dot resource group name. Similarly, second variable was, it's a virtual network name, so its value will be var dot virtual network name. Similarly, third one was subnet name, so we can go here and we can call the subnet name here. Next one was public IP name, so it will be var dot public IP name, and the last one was virtual machine name. So that will be var dot virtual machine name. So now we have assigned all the variables, and we have just declared those variable in main.tf, and its value will be from where it will get pick up the value that will declare inside terraform.tf vars. So we can declare value here just like resource group name. We can give any value here like test terraform, and similarly for virtual network name we can give my test VM. Similarly for subnet name, value will be my test subnet, and then we need to go for public IP name. So it will be my test public IP, and last is virtual machine name. So it will be my test VM. So in this way we can provide the value of variables here, and we have override their values inside once we called this module, because inside that we were having all those variable. So when we want to get it reuse, so we can make variables that we want to change. Suppose for dev we want different resource group name, different virtual network name, different subnet name. So that's why we variabilized inside the module, because we want to get it changed according to environment. So we just called this particular module, which is one directory back. That's why we use dot dot slash as a source, and then we have just provided these all variables, and now the value of these variables will get passed from this terraform.tf vars. So now we are good with variables.tf, we are good with terraform.tf vars, good with main.tf. In outputs here we have something different, so we'll use output section as it is. And here in case of value, now there will be something different. So we'll call it at module dot vm dot public IP. Okay, because in case of outputs we were just outputting the public IP, so that's why in case of output we are calling it, but with the help of module dot vm dot the public IP. So this public IP is same that we were using as a local name for the modular approach. So we are good with it, and inside provider.tf file we need to use the string. So which string we need to use here, and how to pass service principal, how to create it, how to make service principal connection with this Terraform and the Azure Cloud. Everything I have explained in my previous video, and this is something confidential, so that's why I'm not showing. And I'll place the content here, and from where we can take this content, so that is available in Terraform registry also. So those who are new, you can refer to my previous videos, and there you can find it out and you can use it. So we are good with it, and I'm pausing this video and placing the service principal here because that is confidential, so I'm not going to share that service principal. Okay, so now I have placed the connection string in the provider.tf file also. So the structure of our modular approach will looks like this. So inside module-vm file, we are having actual modular file, which is actually reusable. So we can use this module-vm folder anywhere we want to create a VM, we can use it, and we'll variabilize those things which we want to modify it according to the environment. And inside the second folder, so we basically called it as root module and child module. So this approach in some projects we use, but in some project we don't use this templates folder here. Rather we simply create files without placing in inside this folder. So these two approach usually I found it, and wherever you want a similar kind of approach, just use the appropriate approach accordingly. if you want to create this kind of secondary root child folder, then you can make it. If you don't want to continue with this kind of templates folder, you can go without creating a folder for outsider files. So this module-vm structure will always remain in this way, but here we can remove this folder and we can simply place these file in the same directory level of module-vm. So we are good with the structure. So let's go to the terminal, and here from where we'll execute the command, we need to execute the command from the outsides file. So we don't need to get it execute from the module, we need to get it execute from the secondary folder. So as of now we are here, we need to go to the templates folder, because as of now we are here, and if we write terraform in it here, so it will not work, I think. Yes, it is saying Terraform initialize in an empty directory. The directory has no Terraform configurations file. So we need to go firstly to the templates, and here we are having all those files inside this folder. So we need to actually do execution on this folder, and it will call this module-vm inside this main.tf file. So here we need to run firstly Terraform init. So here we are seeing like it is initializing backend. As of now we are using local backend, so no backend has been initialized here. And second, it is initializing module. So we have creating a module name VM in module-vm. So it is initializing volume, and now it is initializing provider plugins. So this is actually one of the most asked question whenever we do any kind of interview related to Terraform. So they ask that what Terraform init actually do. So it do three things. It initializes the backend, it initializes your module, and then it initializes your provider plugin. So all these three messages we were seeing here: initializing the backend, initializing modules, and then initializing provider plugins. So we are actually using Azure based provider plugin inside provider.tf file. So it is doing the same. So we are done with the initialization process. Now take a plan whether things are going well or not. So we'll do a Terraform plan here. So it will give us a, what we can say, kind of blueprint or a dry run. It will not do anything on cloud. It is just giving us the dry run that 8 resources going to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. And these all are the resources, which is basically nothing if we'll go to main.tf. So this is the resource. So it count the Azure resource group as one resource, then virtual network as a second resource. Similarly, there are 8 resources. So it is saying that 8 resources are going to create. So if we want to get it create, we need to use the apply parameter here. So terraform apply auto approve. So it will not ask for manual approval, and it will create the resource. So give it some time. If everything is fine, then it will create the resource over the cloud. And how it is communicating to cloud? By using the service principal that I have placed inside my provider.tf file. So in my previous videos, my first or second videos, I have explained everything, that how to make that service connection for Azure cloud, and how to get placed inside Terraform code, so that our Terraform code can communicate with the cloud. So as of now we are using Azure cloud, so it is getting communicate with the Azure cloud, because we are passing provider related configuration for Azure. Similarly, for any other cloud, we just need to make connection, just like in case of AWS, we need to use access key and secret key in order to get connected to AWS cloud. So everything I have explained in my previous video. I didn't explain the same thing in this video unnecessary, because this video will get much longer, which I don't want to make it, and I want to make it clear, so that the purpose of the video is to how create a module. So I'm just creating that module, and I'm using the same code, and the same code I haven't created by myself for virtual machine. So this I took from registry.terraform.io. So in my previous video I have also explained how to create that code step by step. So just refer to those video. So those who are new, they don't know how to create that code, so just refer to my previous video and you'll get it understand. So now resource has been created, and we can see The IP of VM is mentioned here. This we can verify from cloud also. It is 52.140.45.19. So if we'll go to cloud, if we'll go to virtual machines, and if we'll go this machine, then we'll see the same IP created here, 52.140.45.19, 52.140.45.19. So we can copy this IP and can try login inside it. So we can place this IP, we can open it panel, and login name and password we can see in our code. So here it is in the virtual machine. This is our username and the password. It's Azure user and this is the password. So yes, we are inside this VM now. So guys, in this way we have successfully completed our practical related to module and how to create module in Terraform for virtual machine. So guys, this approach is very important because whenever we work in project, so in case of testing we can do it without modular approach, but when we go for production or when we go for any client projects, then they don't or they won't accept actually the code that is not modular, because modular code is reusable. So next time when we want to create a virtual machine, we don't need to write the complete code again and again. We'll just use this module, and what we'll do, we'll just variabilize the things and we'll use that variables according to the environment. So guys, I'm done with today's video and I hope everything is clear to you. So guys, if you understood the concept and if you like this video, so just give a like to this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.